Hello, I'm co-founder and CEO of Scoutium FA. We are totally 25 people now. It's the biggest problem in football. There is no available data about players in lower leagues and amateur leagues. Because of that, players cannot be discovered by clubs. To solve this big problem, we create a marketplace for players, clubs, and funds. Football lovers register Scoutium and evaluate players in certain formats. When all evaluations accumulated in the system, like TripAdvisor and Foursquare, meaningful analysis of player come up. It's the social platform part of Scoutium. In the core business, our users level up after their evaluations. In a certain level, they are verified as scouts and start to go match, analyze players' details, shoot their videos, and upload all of them to system. And players and clubs can reach these data. Our users can become scout in the system, they earn money from the system, and at the end of the day, they can become professional. 15 of our scouts start to work for clubs like Fenerbahçe and Sivasspor. Players can invite scouts to their match to be discovered. Clubs can reach best player fitted their team, and they can create tasks for scouts to analyze players and other teams. There is no system which includes data about players in lower leagues and amateur leagues and provide a scout network to clubs. Clubs and players pay to system to create tasks and view analyzes, and scouts earn from the system for each viewed analysis and completed task. Now there are more than 12 key analyses from different 9 key players in the system. And there are more than 120K users and 180 scouts from 10 countries. We have raised totally $1 million until now. We are working with more than 100 clubs, such as Fenerbahçe and Beşiktaş, and 4,500 players also. In the last 3 months, our revenue was 500,000 Turkish liras. At the end of this month, we will raise 2.5 million and expand our business to UK market. At the end of the day, we will discover all players from all sports in all over the world. Thank you.
What questions, judges?
Quick question on who pays for this? Is it the clubs?
Clubs and players also.
And you're focused on the lower/amateur leagues, is that what you said?
Yeah, generally in professional level, they are using for academies, but in the amateur leagues, they are paying for 8 several leagues, actually.
So they have a budget for this and they're willing to pay for something like this even though they're lower leagues with less capital?
Yeah, sure. Because amateur leagues, clubs want to be discovered to players, and if they do that, the players transfer to big clubs and they earn money from the system. So all level of clubs use the system.
How many players were sourced and transferred on your platform?
10 now, until now, 10. And some of them go to Karşıyaka and Göztepe, etc.
Yeah, I was going to actually ask a similar. So once you have these players going on, can you share some insights on how their trajectory has changed, or what access they've had to more meaningful clubs?
Actually, can you repeat for me, please?
It's a sort of follow-on to what Fatih also mentioned. So can you share insights on the players, on how their trajectory has been once they've gone onto the app?
They are just registered for free and pay to system to invite scouts to their match. And the scouts go their match, shoot their videos, analyze players' detail on the stadium, and upload the data to system so they can be discovered.
Okay, and can coaches or audience members, can they also
of course. Users watch the videos and rate players according to this video.
Okay. Is there any way you can also be cheeky and take a cut when someone is bought? I mean, ultimately, it's like a recruiting platform almost.
Actually, can you repeat, please?
I was just saying, when one of these players are found and bought through your platform, maybe you can take a little cut of what they're bought for, because
of course.
It's a recruiting platform.
In the future plan, we want to disrupt all player agent market, actually, because we have the first data about players in amateur leagues and lower leagues, and we can predict their future. And when we do that, we will share their revenue in the future.
This is fascinating, and it's not a market I really understand, probably none of us understand. But the thing that I'm trying to understand, let's assume that this is widely successful. who would you exit to? I.e., what kind of company would acquire Scoutium?
Actually, the biggest player agent companies can buy that, maybe more than $1 billion, because the data is really important because we can predict players' future. So they want to be their player agent because they want to get revenue from them. So like Perform Group or something like that, we can exit these groups, actually, or biggest clubs. Because VCs clubs are really similar. All VCs have shares in clubs, actually.
I was just going to say, if you're pitching to VCs, you got to make sure that they believe that your exit could be big enough. So, like, much bigger than what you just said, basically. So, think a little bit about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.